Welcome. I'm your host Joshua, aka Kuljo, and welcome to a brand new video. The topic of this video is make God your main priority and the main trust. Now, let's start. First of all, what are the priorities in life? The main priorities in life it will be your job, your phone, your house, money, etc. But you should always remember that these are all secondary priorities, because your main priority should be that you should be with God. You should always pray to God. These are all the main priorities. God should be your main priority. And now let's see all the people who made God their main priority and their main trust. Let's start from the Old Testament. Now we have Genesis, and in Genesis we have Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and all these forefathers. They were amazing. They always had the faith. So the first step to have trust in God is to have faith. Whenever you pray, you should pray with faith. You should not just say something, because you should have the mindset. You should think, you should know that God will answer your prayers. If you have faith, nothing is impossible. You see, we use the term with prayer nothing is impossible, but we should also use in that with prayer and faith nothing is impossible. So always remember, with prayer and with faith nothing is impossible. Now let's go to Exodus, where we see Moses, the meekest man, and who God had the greatest bond with, because it was God himself who told Moses to come out of Egypt, to bring the Israelites out of Egypt, and it was God's purpose. God has a purpose for everyone. So, like that, we should also see you should be faithful, you should be humble to God. So, next we go to Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua. Now, Joshua also was a great man of God, who always trusted in God, who relied on God, who prayed to God. Next, we have Ruth. We have the judges also. We have Samuel. Samuel, from his young age, when he was only like barely 12 years old, like that, God called him. So, next thing you have to see is that you have to pray to God that whether God has a purpose for you. God has a purpose for everyone, and you should know that you should pray to God to understand what is the purpose in life. Now we have 3 points. Now we already got. We should be humble, we should be thankful, we should be grateful, and we should be faithful to God. Now let's check in every part of this. Now let's check the vice versa, the people who did not trust in God. Now let's look at who Moses was leading. The Israelites, right? Who was Moses leading? The Israelites. So let's check the Israelites. Every time, the only time they had trust in God was only when they were in Egypt in slavery. Whenever God used to provide them, they used to still grumble. And you see, in Egypt, whenever they were, slavery, in their slavery, they used to only have limited food, and in that limited food they had good food, chicken, cucumber, vegetables, all this. It was amazing for them. So the same taste of this limited food, when they were on their journey, they understand that they are, because this manna, if they keep on getting, obviously the first 2 bites I think was the only tasty one, and then for them after that they also got bored, because in Egypt they used to only get maybe once in a day, twice in a day, maybe very rarely, a rare chance. So you see, the first taste, very limited taste, only that time you'll get a yes, I want that, finally I can get something, like that. But if you eat every time like that, then you'll start getting, oh, I'm full, what is boring food now, why can't they give something else? That's why these Israelites were keeping on grumbling. But see, God gave them, God gave them? God gave them the holy food. God gave them the food that the angels eat, gave them the strongest food. We see that Elijah, when he got scared by Jezebel, he went and told God, God, please take me out of this earth. And what did God do? He brought his angel and gave him food, and this food would sustain him for the whole journey. And that we have to understand, because that food was manna itself. So It's amazing. You have to understand this. So that same food, and it led Elijah. Elijah was strong in the Lord. He had the trust in God, and that's what we have to understand. But the Israelites, we see that they were always grumbling. They were tired of this boring food, and like that they were saying. And now I hope you found this point, that every time someone made God their main source. You see, Moses, who was his opposition? Israelites. Prophets opposition, they had opposition, because every time you make God your trust, at least there'll be someone there who will laugh at you, who will discriminate you, who'll laugh at you and tell many flattery to others, and tell that this guy is such an idiot, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, and God, where is God? His God is not doing anything. So you have to understand, now we have God. You should be humble, grateful, thankful, faithful, but you should always remember that there will be opposition in your lives. But you see, when you make God your trust, when you pray with faith, there is a thing to understand. There are three prayer answering ways, because there are three prayer answering ways. One is yes, one is the delayed answer or wait, and the third is no. Whatever God does is always for the good. You have to understand that whatever God does is always for the good. Now we see those who got immediate response, like Elijah, like when he told that to Ahab, there will be no rain unless my command. So that's how, when Elijah prayed at the last, God, now is rain time, the cloud came and it rained. That was the correct yes, direct yes. Now we see the delayed answer. Okay, that delayed answer, that means that wait, like in case someone asked for a loan of 50,000 rupees, and the person who has to give the loan saying yes, okay, I'll give you, and otherwise it'll be the delayed answer, wait for 2 or 3 weeks, and after that, and there'll be the no, please, I don't have the money right now, so I cannot give you, like that. For whatever, as I said, whatever God plans in your life, it is always for the good. So if you pray to God something that you're really needed, that time, if God finds it right to do that, then only there's yes. But if it is delayed, it's for a proper purpose in life. So if you need a better job, and you have not got the better job right now, it in the future you will get, it was for the better life, better things of you. And now there is no, when, like, you see Elijah, when, again I'm telling, Elijah, when he ran away from Jezebel, we see that he told God, just take me, I'm not better from my forefathers, just take me, I don't want to live anymore. But God did not let him die. You see, no, because God always knows the right. So always remember that. And now we always have to see that in the Bible, many people have obeyed the Lord, and many people have oppositions. Always remember this, okay? So we understand that there are 4 steps, and 4 or more. Look, you have to be faithful to God, you have to be humble to God, you have to be grateful and thankful for all the blessings He has given you, and you have to always know that there will be opposition in your lives. See, Paul always made God his main trust. We see that he always used to got persecuted because he made God his trust. You have to understand that every place, or mostly 99% of the people who trusted in God from the Bible, have had persecutions, have been laughed at. So you have to understand that whenever you make God your trust, whenever you are good to God, whenever you're humble, that is time when God will bless you. Okay, you never need to get worried about those who are laughing at you. Never get discouraged, never get irritated, because God has a plan for you, and He will bless you at the due time. Cast all your burdens on the Lord, and He will sustain you. So hope you were enlightened with the words, and thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Amen.